All right. Well, it's like racquetball, and it's also similar to volleyball and handball, but it's played on a racquetball court. It's called Wallyball. And Wallyball's been around quite about 30, 40 years right now.
1979.
And joining me is George Cassius. He's the executive director of Wallyball International.
Thank you.
Thank you, George. How's everything going?
Trying to keep warm outside.
I understand.
Pretty cool
and
out
also
there.
we have volleyball professional Eric Archer. Welcome, Eric. How long have you been at this game right now?
Approximately 30 years.
Right. How is the sport? Tell us about the sport, how it evolved, and how the background on it.
Well, it was created in Calabasas, California. Somebody put up, it was a racquetball player who tried to create volleyball in a racquetball court. And we worked on the rules and emulated what was going on in the world of volleyball and put a net up and used the side walls. And it's the same as volleyball in a racquetball court. Bump the ball, set the ball, and you spike the ball. The ball at the higher level, what Eric plays, is traveling about 80, 85 miles an hour. When I'm playing, it's maybe 5 miles an hour, but that's the difference of the game.
Also, Eric, how long have you been playing right now? You said about what?
30 years.
30 years?
30 years I've been playing.
How were you introduced to it also?
Well, a former friend of mine playing in Prospect Park. We actually met there, and he introduced me to the game in Eastern Athletic. I met George, and I became part of the team from that time.
And it's also played at the Eastern Athletic Club here in Brooklyn. Big tournaments coming up in about a week or so?
We have the King and Queen of the Court. It's our 27th year, and we have the best players from around the country coming, both male and female. They'll have to play 16 games straight, and one person will come out as the winner.
Right. Okay. Any, as far as cash at the end, or?
There's a little bit of money at the end,
Okay.
yes.
Corporate sponsorships, are they getting involved at all?
Oh, my goodness. We could use corporate sponsorships all day long, and it's a great sport. It's televised, as we have it here, thank you, and it's a very quick, active sport.
Yeah. Well, let's check out also some of the pictures also, as far as that we have up. And if we can check out some of the flicks real quick. Right. Tell us about that one. That was from last year, right?
That was from last year. Go ahead, Eric.
Yes, this is actually the winner of the event, the King of the Court, Caballito. Actually, it's a nickname.
He's from Venezuela, he played basketball?
He's from Dominican. He's Dominican, but he played in Venezuela basketball, professional basketball.
Okay, all right. Let's check out the next one also.
He played for us since he's 17 years old. He's now 28. That
That
was
one?
Rewa Chan. She's won more of the queen of the volleyball events than any other woman. She's only 5'4", and she's won every event.
Right, I met her. She can really play. I mean,
She can really hit that ball,
Now,
and she's a great player.
This is a male and female. Is it a co-ed sport? Sometimes
We
you
do
have
co-ed. We
teams?
do
co-ed.
male, female, both.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about this picture real quick. You and your son there?
That happens to be my son. He, by default, he had to start playing when he was 1 year old.
Yeah,
I mean,
no
Eric
choice, huh?
remembers he didn't have a choice.
Yes.
And what's amazing, he's only 5'8". Last year, he won the year before last, won King of the Court.
All right, let's talk about this one. That's Eric right there.
Oh, he's skying.
This is actually the King of the Court last year. King of the Court, I believe it was. And Elvis, as you can see Elvis in the back, you see Andrew and Yan. And that's one of my jump serve.
Now, as far as in terms of the sport, you're in a tight space. How do you go about creating space in such a tight space? I mean, you have, what, 4 people on each side?
Three,
people?
three and
How do you go
Practice.
about creating that?
Practice, lots of practice.
Is there zones? Is there man-to-man type of?
Well, basically, everyone has a job that they have to perform in the court. We have the hitter, the weak side, the strong side, and then knowing each other from playing so long, you actually know what your space is at. So
There's a major difference you could see looking at this photograph. In California, they have 1 person blocking the front and 2 in the back. We play 2 in the front blocking, and 1 person plays defense in the back. You could see the person on the corner in the back playing defense, and you could have 2 blockers. That's the major difference between East Coast and West Coast.
Huh.
And we hope they continue playing the way they play because we have beaten them every single time.
Is East Coast a little bit more aggressive than West Coast? Is it true? Is it West Coast still that laid back?
Oh,
feel?
no laid back, no. Eric, you can answer that.
What about that, Eric?
well, we played against the West Coast, and they actually have a different technique of playing. We are a little bit more aggressive, faster pace. We have our own game here in the United States. In New York. So we're much aggressive as far as playing.
Has the sports continue to evolve? Is it spreading out? I know it's played there at the Eastern Athletic Club, but what about some of the colleges across the country, some of the colleges here in New York?
Yes. George, you could answer that.
Sure. For a couple of our players that moved up in coaching, for example, Brooklyn College, Mike Selleck, who you'll see in some of the photographs there. Elvis Rodriguez. Mike is from Brooklyn College. Elvis is from Lehman College. Virginia has it. The entire Midwest, wherever they have racquetball, they have volleyball. The YMCA in Queens has a major program going on there, headed up by Yossi Meyerfeld. The Ys, the colleges, that's just growing by leaps and bounds.
When is your tournament, by the way?
February 23rd. Anyone who says they've watched this show would be glad to let them come into our club free. You could see some of our volleyball family there.
Yeah, those are. When I first started the show years ago, it seemed like it was slow getting around, and it wasn't that variety of people. You have a mixed generation, trans
I have
generation.
to tell you, we have had a mixed generation from the beginning of time. Mixed. We've had, what would you say, Eric?
Pretty much. We're a United Nation.
United Nation of players. Actually, when we first started, a lot of our signals were hand signals. So you wouldn't have to communicate verbally because there was a lot of different languages there.
So what do you need to play this sport? Good knees, good legs?
Physical, at least. You have to be prepared,
Yeah, because I tried it once. I was out there second win. I never tried it again.
I think you need knee pads, shorts, sneakers, socks, and willingness to play. And we coach a lot. We teach a lot.
And also, if folks want to reach out to you, how can they contact you?
You can go to 43 Clark Street in Brooklyn, 718-625-0500, or you can email me at george@erskia.org. We'll be glad to get back to you very quickly.
That's February 23rd.
Sunday beginning at 11 a.m.
Yes.
All right, good.
16 straight games.
All right, thanks for coming, fellas.
Thank you
And
for having us.
We'll, pay attention to you guys, give you guys a lot more light in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you
All
very much.
Thank you.